Oh,
Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly meltdowns coverage of Survivor 40, not 40 several, just still 46, episode 8. I missed episode several last week because I was getting this, what you're hearing that's left. No, I'm not going through puberty. I've been ill. I
You
know.
you do you do look very young, but I wouldn't say pubescent. That's
I
not
thought you
where
were
I'm
going to say I did look very sick or ill.
at. You
that's
do
what I
look
thought too.
fucking gross.
I've got, look at that. I've got like sores on my mouth. I don't have the herpes, but I've got
herpes?
like, I'm just like broke out, sick. Everyone in my family is sick. I might actually pass out during this show. I
Yes.
haven't decided yet. I feel terrible.
Our
Absolutely
group
terrible.
chat has been plagued by this illness for the past week or so.
These two have had to listen to. They had to deal with my boredom. Oh God, please, someone get her out of this.
No,
Photoshop.
if
I'm gonna
I can
jump
say
off a
something-
building.
If I can say something without you getting offended, Allison, you have been talking about this illness as if you are like a man that's sick. You know what I
It
mean?
is
by
so
that?
true. That is so
Like,
true.
I thought women were built stronger than this.
Okay, but I want to point out that she
love
is
you, Allison.
also you know me, I have to take the middle ground when it has because I'm like so with you, Tyler, on that. But Allison is also recovering from surgery.
You want to hear? Goddamn, we're getting on the soapbox.
Let's
Okay?
do it. Soapbox
Here we go.
time.
Hold on, raising the soapbox. Here's the thing: I had freaking nose surgery 5 weeks ago, and then a week ago, which was 4 weeks after the nose surgery, I get the worst sinus infection I've had in like a decade, and this side of is swollen. My nose, my face is swollen. My grandson is sick. Everyone is sick. And yes, I am tougher than this, but you know what? My husband's been out of town for 3 weeks. You two are the only ones I have to bitch to about really anything. You know, I tried to
I
bitch
get it.
to my 2-year-old grandson. He just walks away in mid-sentence like any other man.
This is the thing.
What I'm
These
talking-
two, poor Tyler in particular, but like Allison and I, for the past like month and a half, I had surgery, then she had surgery, and then her husband's out of town, and I don't have anybody here. So we just inundate each other with like, I feel like this today. I feel like shit today. I'm feeling like blah, blah, blah. And Tyler's like, no, you're fine. And then like, then it's Beth's turn.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Tim and Tyler get up every morning. And it's like, well, I wonder who's going to hit up in the chat. Oh, it's Allison. It's 4:30. That bitch is up, wagging her tail like a dog with some kind of AI Photoshop shit. That she
If
was
there
up
isn't
on.
some kind of personal crisis that I need to solve before 11 a.m. between one of the two of you, it's an off day for me.
Well, also, it's like, who's gonna have the trauma today?
I
Flip a
know.
coin. It's a 50-50. It's either Allison or it's Beth.
One of the two of us.
You're gonna
We're-
hit a
we're gonna have
target either
something.
way.
It's just and here's the thing, like the past 2 weeks I've now had like this incredibly busy schedule, so and now that Allison's been sick for the past week, I've been the one who's been like MIA in the chat. So like I'll go in and I'll read stuff and then I'll back out and it'll just be like Tyler looking at a whole bunch of AI photos.
Allison's in the roaring 20s. I'm a pilgrim. I had the best time. Let me get off my soapbox. Okay, but it's fun. It's fun. It gives me something to do. It keeps me out of trouble.
The
Okay.
soapbox. I mean, it was funny when you went up on the soapbox. It just because it's smoother on the way down. It just was.
Listen,
It was funnier when you went. Let me get off the soapbox.
wait. Let me go. I'm coming down to your level. Low. This is gonna be a low show, Tyler.
Oh, Allison, was that your first time ever having to lower yourself to somebody
This
else's
is the first time
level?
I've ever had to lower myself to somebody else's standards. Is this what it's like?
No, I didn't say standards. I said level.
Oh, just You know what? When I have to duck under something, Chris will just stop because he knows I got to go under back and forth like 10 times because I never get to do it. And then if we're in like, God forbid we are in line and I'm behind someone that I am taller than, and I'm not talking about a toddler. I'm talking about another little woman like me. You better believe this is their head and this is me. This is what it's like, you know?
Do you ever go up to them and do that? Wherever you're like, hold still for a second.
Sometimes I just accidentally bump into them so I can go, oh,
I
I'm
thought you
sorry.
were saying that you rest your chin on their head.
I didn't see you down there.
Like, hello.
It's
How
like,
is it down there? Oh, is this the top of your head I'm resting my chin on?
I just need a break. No big deal.
Let's say a quick hello to everybody in the chat while we have a second.
everyone.
We have Kylan Pierre in the chat. Hello, Kylan. It's always great to see you. And Heather Jean. We have Samuel, who's upset he didn't get to make this 40 several joke. And we have Wayne Cast, who says, oh my God, you guys crack me the hell up. Love you guys. Wayne,
Thank
you so much. Welcome all in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Clearly, we are all on something as per usual.
Hashtag funny.
And before we get into the nitty gritty of the episode,
I bet you don't get that, do you?
What?
Hashtag Kiki funny.
No.
I don't get that either.
All right, well, you just go ahead and finish what you were saying, and then I'll fill you in on what actually happened in the episode, because obviously I'm the only one.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Survivor these days for me, I'm watching on autopilot until it gets juicy, right? So the first half of the episode, whatever. And then after the immunity challenge, that's when I started really picking up and I was getting into it. But just as a housekeeping thing, we collectively have decided that Thursdays work better for us to cover Survivor. And then we're not competing with any other channels or anything, but mainly we just it's just we're too late and too exhausted. I know, right? Let's be real. All of the networks asked us to move our coverage.
Yeah, because we're distracting the other shows.
They said those 12 viewers, we need them, and because
exactly.
And you know why? You 12 viewers who are the ones in the chat tonight are awesome. So obviously they would want them.
Yeah, exactly.
Rob Cesternino and Jeff Probst both personally reached out to me and said, "Can you please move the show to Thursday night?"
Yeah.
Because it's taking away from the real coverage. I mean, it's taking away from the real hard. I'm just kidding.
We are the hard hitting coverage, but no.
I was just gonna say, Rob Cesternino reached out to me. It said, "I'm gonna fire you from Drag Race if you don't move that damn show.
If you don't quit,
You thought you were going to do a few different Big Brother daily check-ins with Taryn Armstrong again this summer. You have another thing coming. You move that show to Thursdays, which is when Survivor used to be.
Yeah.
And I will rule Wednesdays alone." And then he roared, and that's what caused the earthquake about a week and a half ago.
And then I broke out in hives on my chin. And normally it's Tyler who has the herpes, not me. So.
True.
Yes, we did move to Thursdays. It's better for us.
Yeah. So I hope that works for everybody else. We're gonna just see how it works for a few weeks, but I think we're onto something good here. So for the next however many until we decide differently, we're gonna stick to Thursday.
Did you get a new tattoo?
No. I would tell you if I got.
No, but have you noticed how we're having to see the other one repeatedly? Oh, look, I'm in a short sleeve.
I didn't notice.
I got to show everyone I have tabs.
You've never seen this?
I don't know if I have.
I think I've had it since 2018, but it was just a flash sale for all the proceeds went to an animal shelter. And you got to pick it's just a cool linear design. Here, let me flex for you.
Oh, for God's sake. You gotta do the Gap model. The Gap model exhausted. I gotta show this to you.
Oh yeah.
But
no, it's just a linear geometric
That's not the Gap model, Allison. That's the Adam and Eve model.
Oh. I'm new to the party. I'm learning.
But
Cool. So I guess like let's talk like Survivor. One like fun segment I did want to talk about because I feel like Allison is an expert in this field, and I want to hear from the pro. You know, like the Lord is gracing us with these 90-minute episodes so we can get like amazing strategic content,
I don't know.
and also sometimes a 10-minute segment on a game of hide and seek. So Allison, y'all, I had a hit tweet last night, and I'm really proud of it because my tweets never get any traction. Like I'm not funny online. But you remember how like the promo last week led us to believe that we were getting like a Spy Shack type of thing from Hunter. They fully led us to believe that like we were getting the return of the Spy Shack, only for it to be a hide and seek game. And to that, I say,
fair,
well done.
the episode's name was Hide and Seek.
Yeah, honey, what are you talking about?
But that could be in relation to like a Spy Shack. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah. But Allison, I just feel like, you know, because of your stature, I feel like you are very good at hide and seek. So I need like, what would you have done like out in the island?
There are some people that should be glad they are not within choking distance. Oh, you know what? What I was gonna say. Right before they played hide and seek, Q was very serious and wanted to chit chat, and everybody wanted to goof off. And you know what it reminded me of? Your early days on my weekly meltdown when Deb and I would get on and talk about diarrhea and tampons and Uber drivers, and you're just like,
let's talk about the episode.
I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, it was. Let me tell you something. I am I'm very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very competitive to the point some people don't want to play games with me. They'd rather I just host the event than play because I'll flip tables and throw trivia. I don't care.
You should have seen her last year when she tried playing Jeff Probst, and I was putting.
I was literally about to say that.
I will.
She was host, and she was competitive.
I was competing with myself. I will rip your Pictionary picture. I don't care. But no, I'm a hardcore hide and seek professional. I don't go around with the H&S. Okay, that's serious business.
I was like, what's H&S?
H&S. I am 4'11". I can hide in kitchen cabinets. And when I say cabinets, I'm not talking about the regular cabinets. I'm talking about the cabinets no one thinks about over the refrigerator. That's where Allison's hiding. I am in plain sight. I win every time. I pushed my 2-year-old grandson out of the way a couple weeks before my nose surgery to not, because you tag, you're it. I was trying to get back to the base so I wouldn't get tagged. I pushed this child literally out of the way in front of my parents and his grandfather, and I flew around and I slid into base and almost re-broke my wrist. Remember I sent y'all that picture?
Oh, yeah.
It was swelled. That was me not getting tapped in hide and seek. So, but you know, teaching a child, my grandson's very competitive when it comes to hide and seek. He is from his grandmother and his father. But you know, you have to teach the child how to play.
Let's play hide and seek.
You have to teach the children to play hide and seek properly. You hide something and then they find it. And then it's
You found me. You found me. You found me.
I feel very left out right now.
I didn't know it was going to go on that long. Anyway, this is the hide and seek silly poopy. And you hide it, and when the kid finds you or you find it, it goes off. So this teaches Cloud how to play hide and seek.
No. What you do is you
laugh
hide.
at poop.
Yeah, you hide this, and if it's on the on mode, it'll occasionally go like, and it's and you have to like go find it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
I want Tyler okay, I'm putting this out there. We're organizing a My Weekly Meltdown silly poopy hide and seek moment in Central Park, but first we all get either high or drunk.
Done.
Rory's in the guys. Silly Poopy on Amazon. Look it up. Silly Poopy hide and seek on Amazon. I'm not being sponsored by Amazon. Trust me.
No, we're being sponsored by Silly Poopy.
By Silly Poopy. Just look it up.
I should hang this on the wall, like over here.
Tyler's
What
gonna
if like
get one.
what if the hidden immunity idols like next season were these silly poopies and like there was
You
one
had to hide
hidden-
it. Where would you
There was-
hide it?
There was one like hidden at camp on, so like just like randomly throughout the day, like they would
I don't
just
know.
hear like
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can somebody please find me?
What? Okay, who's got it? Who's got it? It's like
I want the
I would
immunity
love
idol to go like hee. That'd be so fun.
you go sit down and all right.
Could you imagine? You know what I would love? You just go out in the middle of the woods, and it's Jeff Probst's voice, but it's obviously Jeff Probst putting on the like, "You gotta dig, woman, dig."
You got
It's like, oh, you
it.
gotta dig for it. Okay, cool. Oh man,
Oh, good lord.
I would have been up in the tree. Going back to the original question.
I'm sorry. I have a really good product idea. Just came to me. This is
Do
important.
it. Let's hear.
CBS Survivor. I know you're listening. You need to make this an immunity idol, hidden immunity idol soundboard machine. And it's like different Jeff Probst phrases and that kind of thing.
Dig.
And then it's like this. You hide it. And it's the same thing, but it's for Survivor fans.
Can you make it sound like new era, dig, new era, dig.
You know what I want? I want to do like an upbeat version of the "You better be ready."
Better be ready. Go ahead.
I'm
Fly
coming
now.
for you.
Beth, I think you just got a Google Calendar invite from Carson to discuss this idea.
I can't wait.
Jesus. I would have hidden in the tree like Hunter. But you guys would have totally seen me because it would have taken me that entire time to get up the gosh damn tree. And y'all just would have been like, just let her have it. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Allison's climbing the tree like she's playing the game everywhere and dropping stuff.
So, where do we want to start with this episode? Because this was crazy. Like, should we just jump to tribal and then like talk about other things?
Well,
Because like,
let
I
me
need
ask-
to understand like what Q was thinking during this. Like, I need to talk this out with y'all.
Q had a lot of things that okay, we'll go to let me examine
Yeah,
as
go
a
for it.
whole real quick.
Yeah. You're the one who
Q,
wrote notes.
Q had a lot going on tonight. He had the skirt, the Q skirt, which is a hoodie backwards with
I
a
would
big.
buy it.
Tied around the waist, Allison. Come on.
I tie mine around my waist all the time, but I don't put the hood in the front.
You don't call it a skirt? Which
No, I
is
have a
just
purse.
skirt.
I have a purse and a fanny pack.
A skirt is a skirt.
It's a skirt. It's an Allison skirt. Okay.
A skirt.
A skirt. I was just curious. I had some little funny. If Charlie and Q became a twosome, they would be called Quali.
Wouldn't it be Quarley?
Well, I spelled it
Charq.
Quarli. Quali.
Quarley, yeah.
Okay, that sounded a lot better earlier today. I should get everybody out. I really was kind of wondering. Yeah, stop it. Listen, here's the thing. I am confused about something, and I don't know if it was because of the rumblings that is my life that was unfolding last week. What?
She said,
I'm surprised you're touching the mic after all the work.
I had
you
it
went
out with
through.
the mic before the show. Okay.
Wait, we have to tell the audience. You're playing with the mic, and all of a sudden, we just she's like, "Can you hear me?"
I hate something.
What?
None of my shit is right now. Nothing in my life is working right. Nothing. And it all started a week ago. And this is why
Because of what you were
I'm
saying.
confused about the episode. So Soda and Tim went last week. Yes, I'm backpedaling a little bit. The soda. I just want to know. From what I saw, I thought it was Tevin's idea. Then Venus took the credit when Soda asked her. And then in this episode, Liz is saying she did it. And I'm just kind of want to know who really hatched the plan to get rid of Soda.
According to the edit, it was Tevin who approached Liz and said, I'm feeling like we should vote out Soda. And then Liz said, I'll push it. So Liz, being Liz, thinks that because she's wanted to do this for a while, it means that she came up with the idea, but she was not the one who orchestrated the idea for that vote out. That was Tevin. And Venus thinks it's her because she's so out of the loop and nobody wants to talk with her that when it happened to be everybody else was already going to vote for Tevin, she thought she rallied the votes, but she didn't. So she's not lying and stealing credit. She honestly thinks she was due it.
See, that's what I was wondering. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't really think she knows she thinks
Right.
she really did something that really was something else. Okay, that makes sense. Because I didn't see her. I don't see her as the big fat villain. I guess everyone else does. I didn't see her taking that credit. And I just wanted to say that how the hell did no one step on Ben's ass when he was hiding under that green tarp? People would have been tripping over my face. Like, ow!
I thought you meant a tribal council. And I was like, what happened there?
No, I didn't. I lose my
Shut the fuck up, Ben.
Shut up.
Just like flatten him to the ground while he's opening up about having a panic attack.
Fire. Yeah.
He's like, people just have me around as entertainment, but they don't actually want to listen to me. Get on the fucking ground.
If the three of us were to judge each other,
oh God,
by our gameplay, by our competitiveness, just from playing games, just me going on a controlling tirade as a rabies infested Jeff hosting, and you guys trying to desperately put together nativity puzzles while I'm blowing it with my nostrils.
Tyler gets like a fucking smiley face puzzle, and I have a fucking Picasso painting, and
I'm trying to help. And what is our gameplay?
Who do you think we play like? You mean?
I mean, from experiencing me being a host and being the little shit that I am, how would my gameplay be?
Allison, I think you would play a lot like Venus, but I think you would have way more social tact and emotional intelligence.
It's like a combo of Venus and Maria in an odd way.
Yes. Yes, and Maria.
Like if Maria and Venus became Venus, it would be Allison. Or Varia, which sounds like
is there anybody on this
my
cast?
chin.
I was just gonna say it sounds like a venereal disease
I got a Varia.
or a pill to fight venereal diseases. I'm on Varia for gonorrhea.
I'm on Varia for Venus. It's a new thing. Don't worry about it.
Hey, if I said you were a combo
get it
of
from
Ben
Target.
and Venus, then you could be Venus.
Venus.
Yeah, I would say Maria and Venus.
Well, now I'm going through the class. I'm going, Hunter would be Heenus, Liz would be Leanus. I'm just going on.
Q would be Queenus.
Keenus.
Keenus?
Keenus. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Teenus?
I will say though, like I am falling in love with Charlie as like a character this season. I feel like I'm really identifying with like if I were to play Modern Survivor, I feel like Charlie's game this season is like exactly how I would play. And I was watching him specifically this episode to see how he was like navigating all of the chaos, because I feel like I would really sit back in a situation like that and just let it all play out and then like decide like last minute and have like that final say silently with somebody like Maria. And I just thought like Maria and Charlie like really drove like the direction of where this all went. even to the point where like Charlie knew exactly when to tell Tiffany at Tribal, hey, Q told us that you have an idol. And that
Does she?
I feel yes, she does. Yeah. And so like now like Charlie has like planted this huge seed that like they can't even trust Q anymore at this point.
I can't wait to break down why I actually think this was brilliant for Q, but I just
Yeah.
don't have the faith that he's going to be able to do the rest of what should happen next.
Yeah, okay. So let's get into it then. So Beth, like you said last night in our group chat that this is like one of the most genius moves in Survivor history.
This is an incredibly genius move. I want it known before I even talk about this that I also am not pretending that I think Q knew every single thing that could happen because of this. So I'm not saying that he sat back and was the genius for thinking of every aspect of what's the domino effect of this move. But I do think he had like a bare bones sketch of it and is emotional enough to just go with it at Tribal Council. Okay. So I want to preface this by saying I want to give Q credit, but I also don't want to credit him too much because I don't think it's actually going to help his game. But it's a brilliant move as a Survivor move. Okay. Going into Tribal Council, knowing that you lost the majority vote, knowing that Tiffany probably has now heard that you were going to vote her out and you lost your number one over there. That's what you have to assume going in, even though that's not what happened with Tiffany and Q before Tribal. Knowing that Hunter is the only other person you can trust, but he's also your biggest competition to play the games as similarly to you. You go into Tribal going, I'm either losing the people that had the most trust in me, so I'm going to be at the bottom, and now's my time to try to play this card to cause chaos and re-scramble the deck. I think the only relationship that is going to be completely intact, or the two relationships that are going to be completely intact after this, are Kenzie and Tiffany and Charlie and Maria. But everybody else got shuffled around.
Oh,
Yeah.
like you mean like to each other?
To
like
each other. Those are the
Okay.
only pairs. Everybody else does not have an alliance that makes sense anymore. Liz no longer is aligned with anybody. She was barely there to begin with. Tevin's out of the game now. Hunter has no aligned. There's no way anybody's going to vote for Hunter at the end of the game now. So
Who
Q
is
just
Hunter playing with? I'm just curious.
well, he was going to play with Q and Maria and
Yeah.
Charlie and all those other people. So what Q has essentially done is looked at the one person who's going to have a game similar to him, if not a better one, by seeing how he could hide and do all these other things and say, I'm going to ruin his game. There's nothing he could do now when he voted with Q against Venus that will redeem him. But if Q somehow makes it to the end, he could look back and go, I did the night where I said, vote me out, and I didn't receive one vote. And I knew it would scramble the deck. And I knew one of the two people that I knew was going to go home, even though it wasn't the one I wanted, was going to go there. But guess what? The next week, everything was going to start anew, and I could create an alliance with people, or I could work my way from the bottom up. Because if I can't be in control, I want to be in that powerful position of being on the bottom where people are desperate enough to listen.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I was thinking something while I was watching this Tribal Council because I was paying attention. Because I pay better attention during the day than I do at night when I'm tired. If I had been, and y'all are on the edge of your seat, your pants. If I had been Q, this is just what's going on in my mind because I'm thinking I might have, I almost got voted out of a game once, and I used the safety on myself and voted out the person I wanted out, and that person left. And that's how you get shit done sometimes. And I thought to myself, what if Q has immunity and he's telling them to vote him out, and they all vote him out except the one person that he wants out, and he uses the immunity on himself, and that person goes, or he convinces somebody to use it on him.
I thought that's what I thought happened. I thought that Hunter gave him his idol to do that move. But when I saw Hunter's face, I went, nope, Hunter's not involved with this. So
yeah. So that's where my mind went.
No, I completely agree with that, Allison.
So I don't think this move was great at all. And I think that it could only be considered like a genius, like god tier move if it's in the hands of like a capable player to pull this
absolutely
off. And I know that you agree with that, Beth. But to me, like all of this felt like he regretted throwing out Tiffany's name, especially when she has an idol. Like I like it's cool to like shuffle the deck of like all the alliances like remaining on the board or whatever. But like when you're set up as well as Q was before this moment, like I don't see the reason to do it to begin with. So I think that he just like regretted like running his mouth like for the past 2 days about taking Tiffany out to the point where like pretty much everybody knows, right? Like so there's no way like you can put that toothpaste like back in the tube once it's out. I think that Q said like I think that Q was genuine in that moment when he said like I want to quit, and not in a like I'm leaving this game, but in a like if this move like works out for me and I stay and it's like reshuffled or whatever, it's fine. But like if this is how I go, like I accept that as well. Like I think that he realized at Tribal that he is just like totally out of runway in this game now after such a terrible round of play back at camp. And I think that this was just like a Hail Mary to see if it worked. And it did for this week, but like I feel like the ultimate damage that was done here with all of this is Kenzie and Tiffany no longer trust him whatsoever. And that's so terrible. Like that's the biggest L to come out of like this entire thing, is that Charlie took advantage of that situation and told Tiffany, listen, Q told me that you have an idol. And the first thing Tiffany did was say, Kenzie, come over here. I got to tell you real quick. And that moment is when Tiffany is going to start picking Kenzie over Q moving forward into the rest of this game.
But here's my counter argument to that. He has to assume before he goes to Tribal that his position is blown up and they might have changed the plan to him. Okay. He's assuming that, okay, they just came over and said that it's Tevin and that we're out of the loop. And then we were going to go talk and all the stuff ends up happening. And he realizes he's no longer in control. He's realizing that Charlie must have told Tiff that he was throwing her name out there, all that kind of stuff. So he's probably going into Tribal thinking they're already turned on me. What can I do to save? So what I'm saying is that I don't think he goes to Tribal thinking he's in a good position. Even though we know as an audience, he was kind of in a good position still. But with that said, I'm saying that the move in general is a good move. And like exactly what you're saying, Tyler, which is that in the hands of somebody who could really pull it off, like anybody on that David's tribe, for example, like when they did the minority vote off with the wrestler dude, I can't remember his name, John something. When the mayor of Slamtown, that's who it was. When they voted him out with the minority vote, every single one of them could act like, you know, something was going on. They could pull off a move like this, but I just don't think that Q's thinking of all those aspects. But there are going to be things, I think, where he's sitting there going, well, if I'm either going to get voted out tonight, so I might as well make it easy on them. And then he realizes, oh, they weren't going to vote for me by the way that they're reacting. And now he's like, well, might as well go for everything and say, okay, you were going to go out, Tiffany. Just wanted to let you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, by the way, he already thinks that she knows about the idol. She doesn't. Like, I'm assuming these things, right?
Yeah. I just like, if you're going to do all that, like, I completely agree with like Allison and you that like, he should have at least told Hunter that this was going to be his like Hail Mary, so that like if the wind did like move in that favor where like all of the votes were going to go on Q and like people were really going to vote him out. I agree. Like why doesn't he tell Hunter to like use that idol on him so that they can get somebody like Tiffany if they want? I still don't think Tiffany's the right move for Q, but like they could have gotten Tiffany out here like if he just like pressed a little harder and kept Hunter like in the plan with him.
I totally agree. And I think that Hunter's the type of person that would have listened to that because I think he feels confident enough.
Especially because he was safe like winning like the immunity challenge this week too, right? And Hunter has like I think I said in the chat last night that like up to this point, like Hunter has had like a really amazing like winner's edit, like Golden Boy. Like I really believed that he could be the winner this season, but they painted him to be a fucking fool in the edit tonight.
No winner's equity anymore. I swear.
And that is crazy to me that like you lose all winner's equity in the episode that you win the immunity challenge. Like that's wild to me. And it's Q's fault on like honestly. like he's the one that really put Hunter like on this island by himself. And I don't know. So I could see the next boots being like Q and then Hunter and then like Venus after that. Like this lets Venus slide through like a few more rounds as well.
I don't even think Venus goes to that point. I think that then they go, okay,
Yeah.
you know, we should.
They're
I
gonna
honestly
keep
think
her
she's going to go
ass.
to the end.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
gonna keep her ass. Just watch. We're gonna be seeing it. It's she gonna be around, and she's gonna take credit. I can't wait to hear that final three. I really can't wait. That's gonna be something. It's
Yeah.
gonna be. I'm not saying she's not capable because the game's not over yet. It's just fun. It's just fun. This is
Who
fun.
do you think is the most chaotic of the final three to be there left? I think it would be Q.
I'm gonna show the draft for that so we can like
Yes.
visualize
I think
everybody.
it would be Q, Ben, and Venus, or Liz, Ben, and Venus.
If we had Ben, wait a minute, Venus, Q, and Ben would be just those.
tribal
I
council ever.
couldn't see. I think that would be hilarious. It'd be a great final three. I don't know. The season's picking up for me. It's growing on me a little bit. I think what is this? Imagine Venus and Liv both fighting for credit over soda vote.
I mean, that's
do it. I mean,
okay. Q, Venus, and Liz as a final.
That's what I was gonna say, Ben.
yeah.
Like that's because like now like suddenly like 12 days into this game, like Liz has like woken up and realized like, oh shit, I'm playing Survivor. Like maybe I should actually do something around here.
I think I start making some moves. Okay. Welcome to the show.
Oh, and I love that like it was such a weird like moment in Tribal when Liz was like, I haven't even gone to the bathroom yet. I was like,
Oh, I thought
I was like, Allison's gonna have a field day.
I
with
can
this.
appreciate that because when you don't eat, you don't poo. And a lot of people who don't eat are like, man, I eat crap once a week, if at all. And it's like, well, you don't fucking eat. That's why.
But like the way she said it
Like
compared to
farting
like, how
is crapping for you.
how
Yeah.
you would tell Jeff that same sentence though would be totally different. You'd be like, Jeff, I haven't shit in
I'd be like,
12
Jeff, I'm at the point now where I can't trust a fart. And I got one on
That
deck right
sounds
now.
opposite. That should have been like if you got on an award and then you got back and you were like, Jeff,
Oh
I'm going
my
to be honest
God.
with you.
I mean, you can get that.
Might be a
backed
wet
up.
spot whenever.
If I fart, there's going to be shrapnel. Okay? Jeff, don't ask me to dig deep. Don't look at me and say dig deep for the rest of the days because I'm trying. That's right.
Oh my God.
But you know, Jeff really. Look, can we talk about the immunity challenge for a second? And nobody was stepping away from that challenge. And to me, I kind of feel like that's how it should
I like
be.
that. Yeah, I
No
agree.
one should feel safe. You're giving up your food, and that's fine, but that's why you're there. You're going to eat when this show's over. It's not like you ain't never going to eat again. You're going to eat some rice. You'll have some good rice. You'll be finding some chickens. You'll be good. But I just thought it was funny that two of the people that wanted to sit out and they were like, we will fall on this sword. Were the first, Liz and Q are the first two to slide off.
Mhm.
And then Jeff has to point it out immediately. Like he just will not let it drop. And finally, Liz is
like
like,
a poop.
yeah, Jeff, how long would you hang up there? How
No,
long
it was
would-
Kenzie that I love
Was
that
it Kenzie?
Kenzie asked
I
that.
don't
Like,
know
Me too.
like I wish that we would get more moments like that where like the players are like involving Jeff in like the chatter with them. I don't
Well,
like that was a fun moment to me.
One of my favorite things is from San Juan del Sur, where they're doing this challenge, and the people who dropped out had the food, and Wes Nail goes, I won't say 50 chicken nuggets in 3 minutes in the eating nuggets contest or something like that. And Jeff goes, yeah, you what? And he goes, I ate what? 50 nuggets in the chicken nugget eating contest. And they're going back and forth. And then he goes, what? And then you see Missy and Baylor being like, what? Like, it's involving Jeff in like human moments that are clearly happening the entire time this competition is going on.
I just
Yeah.
want someone to turn around and look at Jeff and go, yeah, Jeff, and every one of your turds flush, don't they? You never have one that doesn't make it all the way down and float back up. Perfect. I mean,
I
that's
did.
just how I felt in that moment. You know.
I kind of wish that he like didn't dig into Q as hard though, because like Q is such a fragile bird, like
This is hard.
emotionally. Like Q does not do well when he is not in control, and like we
From
saw such a
Memphis,
tonal
we don't
shift
Yeah.
we don't
this
do things
episode.
that make sense here.
So like Jeff saying like publicly, like in front of everybody, like I would last longer than 20 seconds, buddy, or something like that. Like I thought that was a little too like.
I'm gonna be honest. I knew he was talking about the challenge, but the entire time I thought about it, was being like, that guy.
Shut up.
That entire time, I was thinking, I was like, what if he was just making like a "I can last longer in bed" joke about Q? Like,
I can last longer than 20 seconds. Good
Seconds.
for you, Jeff. So can I.
Oh yeah. And then Samuel like wanted us to point out that Charlie's like he's about to drop down. He's like, "Let's talk about the rice now. I got you right where I want you." I could totally see myself saying that
Yes.
at that moment.
Give him
so
a bag of rice.
Allison, last week I said that Tyler is Charlie from the season. Like, if he were to play a game, he'd be like Charlie.
Yeah, it reminds me like, especially they're talking about shake it off when they're on the riding the pole during.
I think that's my only difference. Like, yes, I'm a huge Swiftie,
Yeah.
and like everybody stream the Tortured Poets Department tomorrow when it comes out.
I'm good.
But I would not be like I would not make that my personality out there, right? Like I feel like we see Charlie really trying to do like the Taylor Swift like meme of it all, right? Like it's a little too teed up for
Okay,
me. I don't know.
you T Swift up.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to meet Taylor Swift now.
A lot of people are. Listen to this.
Taylor Swift is not watching Survivor. She's
No, but
not
she's
one of the 5
probably being
million people
told.
watching.
No, she's probably being told there's a kid that every fucking week is dropping your name on Survivor, and she probably sees this clip or something.
This is what? Oh, clip. Did you know that?
She probably watches My Weekly Meltdown.
thought you
That's how
said
she
something
found
else.
out.
I'm on a Hulu kick right now. I don't know why I can't get off Hulu. And I watched The Sins of the Parents today, and it was a documentary about the kid who shot up that school in Michigan 3 years ago and killed 4 people, and his parents were charged and convicted with first-degree involuntary manslaughter. And after watching this documentary, I'm like, hell yeah, they should have been. Just saying. You got to watch it. The mother's attorney, this woman is so desperate to be Taylor Swift, like a redheaded. She was bebopping around. I don't know how she got a law degree. This bitch wants a backstage pass. She wants to go to a show so bad. And her opening statement for the mother of a school shooter sits there and says, it's not funny, but it is. When I'm driving in on my way to court, I listen to Taylor Swift, and I decompress, and it gets me ready to come in the courtroom and know I can do anything. And I was listening to this song, and she mentioned putting a Band-Aid over a gun wound. Gun wound. And I thought, that's what this case is about, Taylor. You trying to put a Band-Aid over a big gun wound. And I'm like, bitch, you ain't getting tickets. She's not on your side.
This is so nasty because
bitch. What song is that?
The lyric is Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes, and it's from one of Taylor's worst songs ever, Bad Blood. So the fact that like she's quoting that one of all Taylor's songs, she's not a true Swiftie.
Listen to me. If I am on trial for something,
I love you.
and my
clearly she has bigger
fucking
problems than
attorney
being a real Swiftie.
starts quoting Taylor Swift, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, gag me or something, because I'm not gonna do this. I love Taylor Swift, but don't do this to me. Do not. If I start quoting Total Eclipse of the Heart or some shit, you better pull me a straitjacket. No, but I don't know why. I just saw that today, and I thought, poor Taylor, man, people are so desperate just to get her attention. This woman knew this was being shot as a docuseries, and she took that Taylor Swift foosball and went with it. Can you imagine?
Listen, I do not support crazy stan fandom for any artist.
Well,
but,
one of the assistant prosecutors was like, she thinks she's going to get something out of this, but I got news for you. Taylor Swift ain't going to be on her side.
yeah, like I
Nothing.
love Taylor Swift, but like I can move on with my life
Yeah. No,
So
and I'm not
you know what's
in a normal
interesting?
way.
I was just sitting here and I was thinking, because I'm high,
Mhm.
that imagine everybody that Taylor meets in America is either a fan of hers or knows many people who are big fans of hers. And like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, if I won a gift where I could gift one friend a Taylor Swift cameo or something, I have no idea which friend I would choose, because
yeah.
I have here's the thing. I love Tyler, but I have a friend who's never been able to go to a concert, who is like
Yeah, give it to them. I
obsessed.
went to the Eras tour. Yeah.
No, but then there's another person who
Eras tour.
there's
No.
there's 50,000 people if I would have to go through that are really close with me. Well, not 50,000 people who are close with me, but there's, quite a few people that I sit back and I'm like, almost all of my really, really good friends are big Swifties. And imagine that but imagine if you're Taylor, knowing that like that's kind of the case for everybody you meet in your home country.
Yeah.
She's like, I will say her and Beyonce are like the only real examples of like an A-list.
Not according to
Celebrity.
Courtney Love.
A-list, like, well, whatever about that.
Which
Like,
we know
A-list,
she's
like,
the A-list.
like, right, exactly. But like exactly like you were just talking about, Beth, like you cannot enter a room without somebody having already like the biggest formed opinion about who you are.
Yep.
On like a very personal and deep level. Like it's I don't know. I just it's a tough life. I don't know.
For sure.
I would not like that. Well, I was gonna say something else. I forget though.
And
Go
you're
ahead,
lucky
Elsie.
that you've gotten to see like Taylor Swift in concert, because there's so many people that would like, if I'll be honest with you, if I got tickets to see Taylor Swift like gifted to me, I would probably go to St. Jude Children's Hospital and give them to some little girls or some little boys. Sorry.
Yeah.
Who would really love to see Taylor, because I know that they would appreciate that more than anything on the plane. It's just like, I've been to concerts. Like, let's just see who Allison's been to. I've seen Meatloaf, the Bat Out of Hell, Back into Hell tour, 1994. I've seen Bryan Adams twice.
Good.
I've seen the Foo Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the 2007 American Idol tour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that was
that's
not
cool.
That's
my
really
choice, but I went. What else?
That's cool. I wish I could have seen that. That was when
seen-
American Idol was like.
I've seen the Dave Matthews Band.
Ugh.
What
Sorry.
did Dave fucking Matthews do to you, Beth?
Okay, here's the thing. Dave Matthews, I don't know
His
what
little
it is
Aunt
about
George
upstate New
Aunt.
York. I don't know what it is about upstate New York, but I swear to God, he's like a regional Taylor Swift for upstate New York. People love him, and I think that band is so
It was
overrated.
free. It was a free concert. I just want to throw that. It was free, and it was like 1994. But I also have seen New Kids on the Block in concert. I've also seen Debbie Gibson twice. And I've seen Janet Jackson
Ooh.
twice. I saw Janet Jackson 1998 Velvet Rope tour. NSYNC opened up for her, and little Justin Timberlake's hair
Wow.
was so blonde. It was like the Transformer signal shooting up into the sky, letting all the Transformers know that they could come to Earth, that it's a safe place.
Oh my gosh.
What would you say is like your
Anyway.
favorite concert? Like, I want to hear both of y'all's like favorite concert experience.
I want it known that I've seen Josh Groban 5 times, and I met him once. I got VIP meet and greet tickets once.
Was this after the restraining order?
This is what led to the restraining
This
order.
is what led to the restraining order. Okay.
I did the meet and greet, and I said, "Hello, sir. May I shake your penis?"
I saw Jethro Tull
Josh
at the
Groban.
Tunica Casino. I was so
What
drunk.
a turn.
Just thought about this. It was like 16 years ago. I was so drunk, and we went to Tunica, the casinos, and they had tickets to Jethro Tull. I'm like, yeah, sure. Choose Jethro. Like, I didn't think about it at the time. And this guy comes fluting out a fucking flute. I said, I'm too fucked up for this.
Oh my
Go.
God.
But yeah, and I also saw Tiffany at the casinos. That was during their dark era. That was during
met
the dark
Pentatonics.
years. Huh?
I went to a Pentatonics concert and their first tour after the sing-off, and I got meet and greet tickets, and I met all of them on Mitch Grassie's 21st birthday in Albany, New York. And meet and greet tickets to see them were $55. Meet and greet tickets.
Wow.
I don't mean to brag, but I will.
Just saying.
My mother, one of her best friends in the
Is
80s,
Madonna?
dated the bass player from the 80s band, the Motels. And they sing that song, Suddenly Last Summer.
I don't know.
This summer. Do you want me to fine tune? What? Oh God, I would love to see some Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh God.
Yankovic. You know, Destiny's Child played
Saw
the
Beyonce
Bill
in
Street.
concert. Man.
Destiny's Child played the Bill Street Music Festival. I believe it was in 1999. Before. Yeah. No. Yeah. This was before they dumped the other two and then brought in the replacements. You know what I'm saying?
No.
This was the original Destiny's Child with the other two girls.
Oh
There was like 4 of them. Yeah.
Listen, I saw S Club 7 2 months ago. And that was an
S
amazing concert.
Club.
There was only
There
5
ain't
of them
no
there.
party like a S Club party.
Yes.
Oh.
They played an S Club 7 song on the Challenge All Stars 4 this past week, and I was living for it. Beth, I know you don't watch the Challenge All Stars, but I just want to highlight this one moment.
Please.
Allison, have you watched the latest episode?
I haven't. It just dropped today or yesterday? It's
Yesterday.
just one, right? No, I haven't watched it. But go ahead. I don't care.
So Tony quits because he has like a family emergency at home. So he's like telling Nicole, like, listen, like, I'm like, you're my best friend. I need to tell you, like, I'm leaving. It's this like serious moment. And in the background is Steve fully asleep with like a CPAP machine on. And he's just like in the corner, like out of focus in the background of like all of these like dramatic shots. And I'm like, this is what I love about the Challenge All Stars. Like, it's just like old ass people being old.
Dude, you go into this house with people my age. We got CPAP, right? I got my little bag things glued under my eyes. I got my little pajama, I'm shuffling.
You all have big fluffy robes.
Oh my God.
It's
This is
8:30
so
and
funny.
Or like if you're the guys, you have like those like plaid robes, like those slippers.
everybody's
Oh my
talking
God.
about, did you get your meds? Dude, I gotta take my hernia medicine. It's gonna be a long night.
Speaking of meds,
It's a lot being old, man.
I got prescribed my first ADHD medication yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, it's being processed right now. They have to like get it because it's hard to get
I
apparently.
don't think mine works.
Mhm.
I'm trying to find like a screenshot of this real quick because it is just so funny.
What-
I probably won't be able to find it.
I don't know, but like if you walked into the challenge house with most 40 and 50-year-olds, I guarantee you there'd be at least 2 men sitting in recliners somewhere asleep snoring.
And a lazy boy.
Yes.
Boy. And then you got women in the kitchen just cleaning out the refrigerator. And there's always that one, and I'm not being sad, but is that one mom or grandma or aunt? It's usually me cleaning out your refrigerator. What is this? What is this? This expired 3 years ago. Why is it in here?
I want it known that when Allison came over, she walked into my apartment with her shoes still on with the New York City shit all over it, and then walked over to my fridge and said, "Y'all, you don't need this shit," and threw everything out in my fridge. First thing she
Allison,
did.
do you think you could take your shoes off? Because New York.
That is exactly how I asked her.
It was so quiet, and I walked right into your living room, across that nice throw rug, right into the big window, and I'm leaning over, just digging my feet into your carpet, trying to look out the window, and you two are both back there like,
It's a weird New York thing.
Well, I think I've always grown up knowing that, like, you just take your shoes off when you walk inside.
My family is not like that. Has been like a new thing I picked up since being with Tim. And now it is so jarring. Like whenever I go home to Maryland,
do that down
and
here
like
that often, unless they have white carpet. I don't know.
I know, like my cousin Matt, he's like literally upstairs, like in the bonus room, like hanging out with like his shoes on, like on the couch.
Is he upstairs from Beth right now?
I just heard pounding up there, so I didn't know if it was coming from that or from up there. But anyway, continue.
No, I just like it blows my mind now that like my family does not take their shoes off like when they go
yeah.
Like,
well, it's just I had to do that to my mom, and my mom literally at her own house freaks out if you take 3 steps into the kitchen with your shoes on, and also has sneakers that she wears inside the house only for like arch support and everything. So she literally has indoor sneakers that she will sit on the chair with her friggin' sneakers on, and then she'll change them into her outdoor sneakers. This woman walks into my apartment and sat on my couch and almost put those feet on my couch. And I looked at her and I said, "Excuse me, Mary Dixon, the fuck are you doing? This is not acceptable." And she literally was like, "I can't believe I did that."
Chris and I have Crocs that we wear in the house.
Listen, I love Crocs. They are very comfy.
Like, I don't know if that's like I don't know, but like when I'm out, I go to my bed, I just take my shoes off and I put them in the closet, and then I get my little Crocs or house shoes out and I'm shuffling around. And I have shoes that I only wear in the house that I don't wear outside.
Yeah, that's my mom with the sneakers. So you're just rocking out with your Croc out.
I'm rocking out my Croc out. I got camel Crocs. I got black Crocs. I got maroon Crocs. I got khaki Crocs. I got like all kinds of Crocs.
Do you have more Crocs or Yankee candles? Or Bed Bath and Body Works candles. That's what I mean.
That's not a fair comparison.
Bed Bath and Body, and then it's the white
Bed Bath and Yankee candle. What are you talking about?
There's like
Bath
the
and
white
Body Works.
barn,
I'm just
Bath
gonna
and
go.
Body Works.
I am not happy with the Yankee Candle and Bath and Body Works spring collection. I have not purchased a new candle in months because I don't watch Bridgerton, and Bath and Body Works is all about the Bridgerton candles, and I sniffed them, I smelled them,
Allison,
and they're not that great.
Allison S. Kelly.
It's just like the show. It's not that great.
Well, I've heard that you only need to watch season 1 because the guy that's worth it left after season 1.
There's so many good sexy scenes you need to watch.
But can I train my husband to do some of this stuff? So I'm asking.
That is entirely up to you and him.
I mean, technically you could.
It is hot.
What? Where? When?
What?
What? It's what? It's twat? It's hot to twat.
I can't wait. Bridgerton comes out next month.
Do they smell British, though? Rory wants to know.
They smell British, yeah.
It's a bunch of tea time shortbread, tea time stuff, and book loft and a library scent. And I'm like, I'm not buying a candle that smells like a library
I
or
thought
a
you meant
book.
the show, and I was like, there's more to it than that.
Yeah, I'm not looking to buy a book loft candle. I'm good. I don't need a tea, something that smells like tea.
Can I say something controversial to you potentially?
Oh God, what?
I love the scent of my White Barn candle from Bath and Body Works.
What is the scent?
Yes, that's so aggressively.
I need to know the scent. I need to know what I'm working with here. Hold on, let me guess.
What is the scent? Where was the child? And I was
Most
like,
people with White Barn, they go the eucalyptus mint. It's
I have eucalyptus mint over there, but this is
every white girl
Lakeside
has
Morning.
eucalyptus mint.
Well, I use that
So do I.
specifically when I am doing like a face mask and such. This is gorgeous. It's Lakeside Morning, and it's crisp air, driftwood, and fresh green apple. And let me tell you,
How
this
cool
shit
is
has
that?
burned so quickly comparison to any other candle I've ever had. I've lit this 3 times for like 3 hours, and it's almost all the way done. This
You
is
know
the
what you got to
large
do?
one.
You know what you
What?
got to do with that when you got wax left that you can't burn anymore? You got to get it out of there and use it as a melt, as a wax melt, and put it in one of those burners.
What burners?
Wax melt burners. You know those little things that people put the scented wax melts in? And they're scented.
Oh, yeah.
I do to my candles. And this is very important, you have to do this before you put it in the microwave. Don't ask me how I know. Just listen. You got to dig the wick
Deep.
out because it's attached to a piece of metal, and then put it in your microwave for like 10 seconds. And you pop that shit out, and you can break it up, put it in a Ziploc bag and label it with the scent and put it to the side. And when you get a warmer or something, you can get some cotton balls. Take some cotton balls, put them in a microwave safe bowl, sprinkle what's left of the the candle
This is too much.
in the microwave,
I'm
and
out.
you can put it in the bathroom, and it'll be like a little scented thing that, and it'll throw for a while. I'm telling you.
Allison, can you
Yes.
please start a YouTube channel where you teach people things to do, like how to do like leftover candles and that kind of thing?
I
Because
just figured it out.
every white woman in the world is like, let me show you how
But
to use
when I don't
leftover
have the nails to
strawberries.
tap, because
Or-
whenever they do these videos now,
No,
they
you don't
go,
have to do that.
and they do the fucking nail thing, and I'm like, God dang it, stop.
No, it's because somebody's using that image, but but like to show while they're talking and doing other things. But what they're doing is showing you something that's satisfying. You need to be the person who's like making fun of those women and being like, "Let me tell you what you gotta do here."
Y'all think I'm not serious? Check this shit out. And I
Oh,
know.
we know
I
you're serious.
Look, these
There
are
was no,
We've never
there
doubted
was
that.
no doubt in
these are
anybody's
my
mind.
bowls.
He has
These
it
are-
within arm's reach.
I got these bowls off Amazon. They're little plastic bowls. I take cotton balls, and I put a little handful of cotton balls in them, and then I take like my favorite scented oil, like this is berry vanilla bean, and I pour it on top of and it's been in my bag. I put it in I have a cat house room where the cats go to the bathroom, and I trade it. That's the scented thing in there, and I have stickers. I decorate, like I've got one with little black kitties, and then I've got one where you can put little flowers. Look, I've got flowers you can put on them, and then I've got letters. The one in my guest bathroom says, "Oh shit," but the shit is the I is an exclamation point.
When you said berry, vanilla, bean, or whatever the fuck you just said, I feel like me and Beth just had the same exact
Yes.
triggering flashback of
New Orleans.
the shit.
Y'all got to get off
Your
that tie-dye
shitty
shit.
ass
No,
12-year-old
no, I'm not accepting
Claire
it.
smelling
I'm not going to accept that.
Allison.
It was called
like
pink tie-dye, and it's retired scent. You're lucky that I had some left.
yeah.
We were
No. Let us talk about how lucky I was. It's not like I was
Very
lucky that I
vanilla.
was past the thing and I spritzed myself. She doused me in it, and she just
Go here.
turn around.
I
And
just
what
love
I
that like
tell
our
you-
train of thought was like exactly the same, Beth.
You
Like,
said
how-
blueberry vanilla bean, and I literally went like, and I looked up, and Tyler was going like that.
Berry vanilla bean. Okay, get it right. And then I've got all kinds of little scented thingies, but I've got cotton candy clouds. That's a real good one. But no, okay, I will
I
say
just want you to know that I kept calling your tie-dye pink butthole scent.
it's pink
I used-
butthole.
I-
So what?
I thought it was cotton candy, and now you are literally saying that you have a cotton candy scent.
It's called cotton candy clouds, and it smells like candy. It's not the same thing as the pink tie dye. Has this crisp kind of. I'm a 13-year-old girl, as you said, who's just hanging out at Claire's boutique in the mall. Okay,
I
That's
haven't
where
figured
it's
out how
like-
to use deodorant
I'm
yet,
gonna
so I
get my
just
ears
doused
pierced.
myself in this cotton candy ass smelling shit. Oh
great.
my god! I then had to go out and meet people.
All three of us did. I don't know why people wouldn't sit next to Tyler and I.
That you know what the best part was?
It's definitely not her personality.
I want to give some credit to Allison here, because God bless her, Jenny Autumn came up to me and went, "I love whatever you're wearing for
Thank you.
a set. It
Thank you,
smells
Jenny
so good."
Autumn.
And I looked at her and I went, "Jenny,
paid
you
you
can
to say
never
that.
say that again. You can never say that to me again. If you ever say that to me and I am in Allison's presence, I want you to know I'm going to kill you." That's not even like, that is a threat,
It's
Jenny. I
a
love you, but
Bath and Body Works retired scent. You can get. It's not in a candle format. It's only the body wash, lotion,
Hi, Tim.
and body mist. Hi, Tim. You can get it unused, unopened from the what is it? Poshmarks and Mercury, Mercer, whatever,
yes,
and resellers.
and eBay.
And eBay was a really good one.
I listen, I have retired scents in my apartment because I loved Pearberry growing up. It's a comfort scent to me.
I
And
have Pearberry.
I love Pearberry. It's my favorite scent.
Same
That-
thing. I love Pearberry.
That and the spearmint eucalyptus one that they do the eucalyptus and mint, and but it used to be spearmint and it was different, but it's similar. Anyway, I like that. But Pearberry, love
I
it.
will say the best scent that Bath and Body, that I've never seen it in a body wash. But man, you better watch out if they ever make it into a body wash, a spritz, or a lotion. Because I got 900 of these motherfucking candles. The
And a bitch ain't one.
The bitch ain't one. It is
Hey, Tim.
the blueberry sugar.
You are not helping yourself.
Yes. The blueberry. That vanilla snowflake is a good one too, but the blueberry sugar. Chris does not like my candles. He hates it, blows them out all the
That's
time.
because Chris has a
But
fucking nose.
He loves the blueberry sugar and the vanilla snowflake.
Okay, maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
I don't know.
That seems sus.
I'm going to bring them the next time you see me. What do you think I'm going to be doused in at Tyler's wedding?
Oh my god. You will not be allowed in my apartment.
I'm not going to bring the pink butthole tie-dye.
Okay.
I'll ask them to open the venue's like garage
Okay.
doors.
Allison's
so we have
here.
like
Just open the windows.
circulation coming in.
Oh my god.
What does that smell? It's Allison. Just don't make eye contact and don't ask her what she's wearing.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the wedding photos, and it's like Allison, myself, Tyler, and Timmy in a photo, and it's the three of us very close, and Allison's like 6 feet off to the left.
Holding a candle.
I'm holding the
Or
dog.
holding the spray.
We
No,
wanna
Sora
rub
would be
Sora-
going,
If
Yeah.
we rub Sora on her, it'll improve her scent.
Sora
Not
smells
Sora,
nice.
Allison.
Oh.
Oh, she just got a bath last night.
Sora, if she smells like Sora, she'll smell better.
She's a cutie.
Go.
Anyway, make a
All
wax
right.
hand so you never.
So
lose-
with all of that, it's important for us to remember that this was an electrifying episode.
Yes. I'm going to bring up the draft one more time because I did lose my second person, or my second drafted person,
Yes.
Tevin. So let's make a prediction. Who do we think is going next week? I think it's Q.
I think you.
Who is the guy next to Ben? That's gone.
Brandon, he's the one that got medevaced.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't remember. Okay.
He got medevaced so that Banu could stay one more week. And
Oh,
so,
that was right.
yeah, we were like, yes, God, smite him.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I got a lot of
God.
shit. No, I'm sorry. Cloud got a lot of shit for picking Jelinski. But you know what? That little boy could sense some talent because we have several now. We have hashtag several. And maybe Cloud could sense it in the hair. I don't know.
Has the first boot ever been this influential, for the exception of maybe the blood versus water themes where they might bring them up because they were siblings or whatever? Like, I wonder if a first boot has not had this much staying power, I think, since like ever.
Yeah, yeah, I would co-sign that. I think this is the most iconic first boot we've had probably since Zayn.
Yeah, and I think Zayn was mentioned, but I don't think he was like quoted and like brought up like this.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure.
I just want to say, I think so. Tyler has all Sega left, which, and there's no other Sega members, so that's interesting. Allison has the most,
I don't know,
insane team left with Liz and Q. And
you have the stack team.
Well, here's the thing. I think Charlie, Maria, and Ben all have a lot of staying power. I think for me, I think Q, Hunter, Tiffany, or Q, Hunter, and Tiffany are the next ones. I think in any particular order. You've got 2 idols between them as well. So I think Q would go, or Q would go second, but there's not going to. So when you look at that, then you have Liz, Venus, Kenzie, Charlie, Maria, Ben.
This usually is flipped. Usually these are the people that are gone already, with the exception of like Hunter. Okay, let's just be real. Most of the time, these people are gone. It's weird to me. And look at this board. Normally, the people that are in black and white are normally the people that are still in the game. I really feel like this has flipped. This is a new era of game changing. Team
I do agree that like it feels different in the sense that like besides like Charlie and Maria, right? I feel like there's no other like big like really strong alliance. Yes, but I think that Kenzie would turn on Tiffany if she felt like it would.
I think Maria would turn on Charlie.
Yeah, that's true. I just I don't feel the closeness that I do like the Tika 3 or like the Red Tribe from 45. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we're all on like such like shaky ground, and I felt that even before Q decided to randomly just like reshuffle the whole deck of everybody left in the game. So I'm really curious to see like how it's going to shape out, but like I don't see a way that Kenzie does not win this season at this point. Like I am like 100% ready to say that she is our winner this season. It's pretty obvious to me.
I think I understand what the next boot order is. I think I can call it from here to the end.
Okay, yeah, let's call it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
I think Q, Hunter, Tiffany, and then Venus, and then we're at the finale. The number 5 spot goes to Liz. The number 4 spot goes to Charlie, and we end up with a Maria, Ben, and Kenzie final 3.
And you think Kenzie wins in that situation?
Yeah.
I can't give a boot order. That's too much to ask of me in my weak and sickened condition. But I will say,
you have shown quite a bit of weakness tonight.
I'm telling you, this is all the energy I've had. I'm going to die when we get off tonight. I'm seriously going to pass out on the floor. I can already feel it. I've really used my adrenaline up. I'm going to say Venus, Q, and Ben. I'm telling you, each of us will have one person in the final 3. But let me ask you something.
I could see that being true.
Didn't Jeff say there will be no fire making this year?
God, I wish.
Did he say that or no?
I don't think so.
He will never say that.
I thought I heard that somewhere. That's probably one time when I was watching and I fell asleep and woke up myself.
I think, Allison, if anybody's going to be in the final 3 from your team, it's Liz, and she's a GOAT.
Yeah.
No, man. I think Q just lost his shit, and I think he will recover. And I think Tiffany might smack him around next week, beginning episode. Hunter too. I think they'll just take turns smacking him and be like, "Dude, you ever do that again, you don't even have to worry about him snuffing your torch. We'll do it for you."
Yeah, I think Q is definitely gone next week.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if he doesn't win some kind of immunity, he will go next week. But don't sleep on Ben.
Don't sleep on Ben. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up.
0 vote finalist.
Yeah. I think that wraps it up for us tonight. So everybody, we'll see you next week, next Thursday to talk Survivor. Yeah. All right, everybody, have a good rest of your night. Bye-bye.